Doing my lesson on a first grade ELL student. Um, she's an LYC, I believe, and so that's pretty high up on the ELL spectrum, I guess you could say it is, the levels. She's almost out of the program, out of the ESOL program, like in general. She does not receive regular visits from the ESOL specialist, the teacher that, pulls them out. She's very fluent. She's, I believe, a level 20 reader now in first grade. So, she just has a lot of comprehension, issues. Like, as she's reading, she'll read really, really well, but she won't be able to retell or talk about specific things that have happened within the story. So the basis of my lesson, the objective of my lesson for my sweet little ELL student would be to understand sequencing and be able to retell key events and talking about key details and key events that happen within the story. I chose to use this book called Quick Reads, a research-based fluency program. It's level A, book 1. So, and it's used within the ESOL program. So it contains books, different mini books, that have different sections that the students will read. So for my student, I chose from Seeds to Plants. So from Seeds to Plants, it has, it's just a small paragraph about seeds, about how seeds look, parts of a seed, seeds to plants, the importance of seeds. And then it has a review, and then connect your ideas. So that starts on page 38. So basically what my student will be doing is she will read each paragraph. There's 4 or 5 paragraphs, and then at the end we get to our review. So in our review, it says write words that will help you remember what you learned. So they have to go back and connect the words, certain specific words that stood out to them in the stories, and jot them down in a little section. And then after, there's 2 questions for each section. So there's a multiple choice question and a writing response question. So a lot of it includes inferencing, pulling back ideas from the text that they have read. So the first I'm trying to think of the word. The first reading portion is called Seeds. So the student would read the portion of Seeds. And so it's, how are beans, rice, and coconuts the same? They are all kinds of seeds. A seed is where most plants begin life. There are other ways plants can begin life, but most plants begin as seeds. Seeds come in lots of different shapes and colors. Some are small and light, like rose seeds and apple seeds. Others are large and heavy. The largest seed in the world is the coconut. The coconut has a hard shell and is very heavy. So certain ideas that the student may pull back from that section of the reading that will help her remember what she learned would probably be the definition of a seed. A seed is where most plants begin life. Seeds come in lots of different shapes. She could write down shape and color to kind of, because that's in a way that's how we differentiate seeds, and that's something that she could possibly connect to her personal experiences with seeds, because my student is a migrant student, and so her parents actually work with strawberries, and she may encounter the strawberry seeds. She may see, the process of planting and picking and growing and sprouting and all that kind of good stuff. So this is something that she may be able to connect to. So she'll talk about how rose seeds and apple seeds are small and light, and some seeds are large and heavy. So the first question for seeds was, how are beans, rice, and coconuts the same? And the 3 different answer choices were, they're all seeds, they all grow in trees, or they are all the same color. So either the student will remember that they're all seeds, or the student will have to go back, and cite it in the text and, to figure it out from there. However, the next question is, tell what you learned about seeds. So that's where she could go back to her review, and she could write about, she could construct the sentences and write about how seeds come in different shapes and colors, sizes, stuff like that. She could note that the coconut is one of the largest seeds. It's very heavy. There are a lot of good questions that just kind of make the student think. And at the end, with the connect your ideas portion, it just brings it all together. So it starts from what are 2 things you learned about seeds. So each of these sections are about seeds. So the first one is seeds, how seeds look, seeds to plants, parts of a seed, and the importance of seeds. So there are so many things that she could call on, she could recall, essentially, to talk about with seeds. And this is just super great practice for the comprehension, to understand and connect ideas, and understand that each of the reading portions connect. That seeds, parts of a seed, seeds to plants, they all connect because 1, it's about seeds. 2, in a sense, it's a process of the seed. So there's parts of seeds, and then the seeds actually turn into plants, and then why seeds are important. So, and the other question for Connect Your Ideas are, name 3 kinds of seeds and plants that you use. So this is where she can call on her past experiences, like I said, and she would be able to, use that kind of background that she may or may not, I don't really know, she may or may not have on seeds that she's seen. They also do a lot of long-term investigations in her classroom with seeds. They just finished one up involving, turnip seeds, carrot seeds, I believe, and I want to say a type of flower seed. So she has a lot of interaction with, the different seeds and what could be done about them, why they're important, and everything like that. So I think it's really important for her to not only read fluently, but also be able to pull the information back from what she's read, and not have to solely rely on going back to the text, and be able to comprehend and just say it off the top of her head. I mean, granted, there are 5 reading portions to this one reading section. However, they're very short. They're not, strenuous. So it's not like information overload for her, but it's a lot of good information to where she, learns about it and can regurgitate the information to myself or one of her classmates, or, my CT. So, I think this would be a really great exercise for her to do, after she's done with her work. Just pull out her From Seeds to Plants packet and, work on it, and really, go back and just not even utilizing the chart, the review chart. She could just go back to each of her sections and highlight key details. She could highlight the main idea in each and highlight key details to help her comprehend, this is what the author wants me to know about seeds. This is the evidence that supports it. and then she can make connections on her own, and she can do that through each of these reading portions because they're not long. It'll be easy for her to find the main idea of them and pull those key details, and being able to do that will help her comprehend these passages and anything else she reads in the future more. So that's my lesson. Again, the objective was for my student to be able to read passages and comprehend and work on her comprehension, and be able to, answer questions about the reading, and be able to give me main idea and be able to give me key details supporting that main idea. What does the author want the reader, us, to know, and what is the text evidence that we can use to support it? That's it.